What's going on, YouTube? Pistol Pete here. As you can tell by the title, today is going to be a little bit of a controversial topic because we're going to talk about a clone, Medford clones. These are from China, right? So I know there's a lot of back and forth with that. I know some people hate it and think it's, you should stick to American made, and it's ripping off the original designers and makers, which and I agree with to some extent, but also too, I'm on the other side where they're beautiful knives, the originals, but people can't afford a $700 to $1,000 knife. Most people can't. Majority of people can't, but they love the look of the knife. They want the knife, and so if you want it and you find one that's a good looking clone, I say go for it. That's just me. And again, like, if some of these guys, I know some of the makers and designers get mad about that, but at the same time, you need to start making budget stuff for them, dude. If you want to, in my opinion, you're losing out on some sales in your market campaign. Cold Steel got it. They make light versions light. You can get the, like, for example, the Bush Ranger. You can get the Bush Ranger with a premium steel S35 VN, premium handle scales, G10, and then you can get the Bush Ranger Light, which is maybe a budget steel and Grivex handles or plastic stuff. But they cater to both people that are knife collectors, enthusiasts that want to invest money to it, that have the money to do it, and then they also cater to the people that are like, I love that knife, but I just can't afford it. The high school kid, the college kid saving money, just families in general. Most people don't have, especially nowadays, you don't have extra money to be blowing $700 on a knife, unless you want to fight with your wife if you're married. But $20 knife, these ones here will cost you sub $30. One of them is going to be $25. The other one's $20 that I'm going to show you right now. So yeah, I get it, but at the same time, don't, if you're, I'm a small channel that probably don't watch, but if you are a manufacturer of knives, Medford, dude, make us budget stuff, dude. And I'll be more than willing to buy a $70, $80, $100 knife budget from you than to buy one from China. But I personally can't afford a $700 to $1,000 knife. So, and if you don't care, then just don't get mad about it because, people are going to do it. And let me tell you, these clones from China are actually pretty damn good. Let's get into it. And I'm going to start now so we can take a look at these. I'll start with the small one first. So take a look at this. It is a nice looking knife. All the fit and finish looks great. I don't see any errors, any milling problems, any mistakes anywhere. Let me tell you too, both these came razor sharp, razor blades, both of these knives. The clip looks nice for a clone, and the action on these is smooth. Look at this. It's buttery smooth. They're awesome. They're really, even the action itself is smooth. Everything about this is just, it's quality. For $20, this is a $20 knife, and I think the originals cost the cheapest you can find them is like $500. So if you love the look of this knife, I say it's worth it. It's worth it. Not all of us can afford it. And you can see here, even the centering, it's like pretty much on center. What the blade centering is maybe slightly off, but looks to me to be on center. And these freaking things are sharp. They come with a freaking razor edge. These are D2 steel. They're D2. And they're pretty badass, And let's see. Let's check this one out. We'll do both. We'll do a sharp edge test with both. But shaving sharp for a Chinese knockoff budget. Look at this. It's pulling hair off my arm. I don't know if you guys are seeing that. For a Chinese knockoff budget knife, it's shaving the hair off my arms. And the fit and finish is awesome. No up and down play, no side to side play, just absolutely tight, rock solid tight, and then buttery smooth close. They're doing, for $20, guys, 20 freaking bucks. I'm all for about buying American and keeping, and buying from the manufacturer, from the small business, because I know this cuts in their budget. But at the same time, you got to think of both sides, the consumer too. We can't afford these super expensive knives. So this is an awesome option if you really like the knife. Let's go over the big bad boy. Look at this freaking thing. Same thing. Quality is there. Has the same kind of cutouts. It's just badass. Freaking badass. Has that skullbuster pummel. For a clone, for $25, you're getting a thick hunk of steel. Look at that. Centering, almost dead nuts on. Let's open this up. Fit and finish is great. This thing is super buttery smooth too. The grind work is absolutely beautiful. No issues at all. I did put a little bit of WD-40 just because it was a little bit rough, but $25, guys. $25. The grind work, all perfect. The edge, look at that. No issues, no like, you know, Pakistani knives. You see all this different, all the junk they do. But this one from China, man, they're getting pretty close to these. And these ones here are close to $1,000 if you get the real ones. $1,000. And thick stock. And again, lockup is just insane. Back and forth, side to side. There's nothing. I mean, I can't make this thing bend. It's just solid, solid, solid. And pretty good action here when closing. I mean, easy. I close it one-handed. You know, even the real ones, there's no thumb studs or anything. So you do have to open it with, you know, with you're using the blood groove or the fuller here, however you want to call it. But in my opinion, for 25 freaking dollars, this is absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. We'll go ahead and take this out. We'll do a two-parter. This is just going over the actual, the two knives and showing you the quality of these things for the money. The next one, I'm going to take this out back. We'll baton with it. We'll use it, chop down at the log, do things like that, throw it, do a little bit of throwing with it, and we'll see if anything comes loose, anything comes apart. Guys, I'm telling you, man, I mean, if you're on a budget, if you're a student, a kid, you know, you're trying to make ends meet and you still want a bitchin' freaking knife that looks, you know, this kind of look to it, $25, guys, $25. This one, these two I got off of Etsy, I think it is. No, not Etsy. Man, I forgot where I think it's either, if it's not Etsy, it's the other one. It starts with an A. If not, I'll leave it down in the description. I'll leave it down in there, just where I purchased these from. So you guys, if you guys are interested, you can get these. But man, for the money, in my opinion, for the freaking money, you cannot roll these out as an option for buying. I mean, you just can't. You know, unless you have the money to pony up for the real expensive ones, these are an awesome option. I'm not sure if I did a sharpening test with this one. Let's see this one here. Just to show you guys. These are how they come. I didn't touch them. I didn't mess with them. These came out of the factory like this. Holy shit. Out of the factory. Is it picking it up there? There you go. You guys see that? Come on. Razor sharp. I'm impressed. I'm impressed for the price. I'm freaking impressed. These things are awesome. Awesome. All right, guys, that's it for this one. The next video is going to be hard use on this bad boy, and we'll see how it holds up. All right, please like, subscribe, and until next knife, gun, or whatever.